Welcome back, Ytpc. Uncle Willie coming to you once again from the Mobile Lounge. Pardon me. This is take two. I was doing the video a minute ago and got into like a minute and 24 seconds and it just cut off on me. So, here we are. I guess ground zero, starting over. Got a new pipe. It's hard to see with the sun, but it's a purplish, beautiful pipe. I love the rustication on it. I know you can't see that, but it's a Blakemore. I've never heard of them. It says Blakemore Briars Deluxe, made in England. And then it's stamped with UKPTL 2016-1966. The guy told me that he had it a couple years and he'd never, well, he said he thought he smoked it, but when I got it, it was in pristine condition. It don't look like he'd ever smoked it. If he did, he knew how to clean it up, get it right back the way it was. But this is the inaugural smoke for me, and with it being a nice Bulldog, I am smoking some Dan Tobacco's Salty Dogs. I just thought it seemed fitting to have the dog and dog. So, the pipe is great. It feels like a typical Bulldog, nice feel in the hand. It clenches easy, lightweight. The draw on is great. It passes a pipe cleaner. I mean, all those specs are great for the pipe. Tobacco, they're running on all cylinders as well. It's a vapor, Dan Tobacco, Salty Dogs. The bag note comes in a pouch. Bag note, you can tell that there's some rum in it because they consider it a Navy flake, but it's a plug. So you got to cut it and rub it and dice it and slice it and whatever how you want to prepare it to put it in your pipe. I do a little bit of everything. I took 2 plugs and cut one up and sliced one, and that way I mixed some slices and some dices and make a little salad together and then put them in my bowl. But the room note, I couldn't tell you because I don't know how people can say they smell the room note when they're smoking. I don't. I've never been able to. A couple other people told me the same thing, that once they light a pipe or a cigar, they don't smell it. So I'm going to go with the room note is probably tolerable at most. If you're a non-smoker, probably not tolerable at all. So I don't know. The taste of it, it's a vapor. The rum topping comes and goes in it. The Perique is like a condiment in it. It's more of a dark Virginia. It's almost black. It's brown and black, more darker than the lighter colors. So, I mean, it's a great tobacco. Is it worth the money? If you got the money and you want it, yes. If you don't have the money, there's no reason to spend what they want for it to get it just to try it. In my opinion, you don't get as many smokes out of a plug as you do out of a tin of loose, like crumble cake or even a ribbon cut. You just don't get as many smokes out of a plug because of the way you have to prepare it, slice it, and everything. So money-wise, is it worth it? It was to me. I've got a couple in the cellar. I got 4 or 5 in the cellar. I got 2 in the jar. Like I said, 1 sliced and 1 diced. So it was worth it to me. Your mileage may vary. So now moving on to other things. We're going to touch on the Super Bowl just for a minute. I boycotted the NFL about 6 years ago, and I've only watched a couple things a couple times through these years. I don't sit down and watch a game. If I'm at a restaurant or something and the game is on and I happen to catch it and I can't not watch, then, but I don't sit down and turn on the TV and watch a game. We did yesterday because the wife wanted to see the halftime show. I'm not going to comment one way or the other. I'm not going to be controversial, and I'm not being rude, but I don't really care about your opinion if you like it or not, because I've seen 50-50 on Facebook. That was the worst show ever. Oh man, that was the greatest show. That's what it's going to be no matter who it is. So we won't go on that. The ending was fun. I'll go that far with it. The ending of it was fun. Like I say, I didn't have a horse in the race, so it didn't really matter to me. It was fun. We had good munchies. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed your day and your parties, and hope you made it to work today. Now, back as I mentioned a minute ago about the Lakeland. Someone commented on my video the other day, and it was an informative comment, and he told me that there's more than one Lakeland essence, more than one Lakeland flavor. I did not know that. I only thought that the Galwith family, Samuel, and then Galwith and Hogarth, I thought they're the only ones I've ever heard of using the Lakeland essence, because it's in that area where they are. I apologize if I have made a wrong remark about it. I assumed there was only one Lakeland essence from what I've seen, read, and heard over the years. I understand that a plug with Lakeland essence could be not as strong as a flake. And I understood the reason why, because when they slice it, the blade is getting the Lakeland oils, all of the tobacco oils on the blade, and it carries through to the next slice. So if the brick started here and went this way cutting it, every time you slice it, the next piece seems like it's going to get a little more stronger with the flavors, because of the oils are carrying through it. Makes sense to me. I don't know. If you know, let me know. I'm curious now, but I know that I don't like that Lakeland that I smelt and tasted the other day in those two blends of the Coniston plug flake and the Innerdale flake. I did not like the way they smelled, so I only smoked one, and the other I just shipped it off because of the aroma from it. I couldn't deal with it. Like I say though, I heard that the American Delight has the Lakeland essence in it, and I love that. Maybe it depends on how it's mixed with other, because the American Delight is an aromatic, and maybe it mixes well with those type of Virginias, and I don't think there's any Cavendish in it. Now, could be wrong. I know there's some dark tobacco. It might be some Cavendish in it. Maybe it's the way it mixes with those and the vanilla flavorings and whatnot. I don't know. I'm not a blender, so I'm not even going to assume why or how. I know I like this. Dan Tobacco Salty Dogs. Very, very good. Yeah, like I say, let me know what you think about the Lakeland Essence, if it's in any importance to you or not. I'm curious to know if anybody has smoked it and tasted different flavors of the Lakeland Essence. I know it has a floral note, and that's the American Delight has a floral note, but it's not a real strong tasting when you smoke the tobacco like the Coniston was, and I'm assuming the way the Innerdale was. And I've seen a couple other guys smoking some stuff and talking about the Lakeland Essence, and excuse me, most everybody knows that it's a love-hate thing. So I'm not gonna say I hate it, but I'm gonna say I dislike it. Some of it, some of the flavors of the Lakeland Essence, I'm not a fan of. If you are, carry on, and you know what to do. Stuff them and puff them.